Okay, so now Zephyr's gone home without us. Which means if the encounter in this next room has respawned, things are going to be uncomfortable. Also scuppers my developing theory that we're supposed to treat Zephyr as a silent protagonist. But hey, I have 5 bezels now. Which I don't think is going to make a blind bit of difference. Honestly, to how I play. If you're tracking save times, by the way, you'll notice that I did a lot of grinding yesterday. About 5 hours. And a big chunk of that was just getting in and out of this location.
Do this just like all the rest and everything will be fine.
No, there is no way I'm putting myself through this with only 2 characters. That'd be a bad plan.
We just need a chance to
Oh yeah, that was a random encounter. Shows you how much attention I'm paying to the actual gameplay.
Let's knuckle down and do this. Trouble now.
Maybe I should use that escape hex. Because this could be unpleasant otherwise. Is that a dog in the game or outside my flat? Also, the dogs use daggers exactly like Rapide in Tales of Vesperia, and I'm really curious about whether that's playing into or connecting to some Japanese archetype that I don't know about. Don't freeze me, bro!
Poor unlucky bastards.
So the AI is superficially programmed to make it seem as if it works by roughly the same rules that you do, but it doesn't at all. Also benefits from the computer not ever making mistaken inputs, which is a bit tedious.
Time to lick my wounds.
Oh, Persona 3. I'll have to have a look at that when I
This shouldn't
actually
take
find
long.
time to play some Persona games. Which I hope will happen sometime next year. But the particular style of carrying the dagger is exactly the same. And it's such a... it seems like a really incongruous thing to me.
Won't take much to beat these into submission.
Makes a bit of sense with Repeat because he's very, very anthropomorphized.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
These chili dogs, Psy, are just generic enemies. I'm not paying attention to enemy design here, but also it seems really samey, like there haven't been that many enemy models at all. Right, we're out. Let's go and check the missions. I picked up an extra mission yesterday, which is this guy wants me to activate some hexes on the lower level. Down on level 9, which is a level below the deepest level I've been able to get to so far. But I think before we do anything else, we'll see if we can get Zephyr back.
Good day.
Would you look at what the cat dragged in? Not every day that Vacheron has a lovely lady at his side. Isn't your face just adorable? Ooh, and those lashes? Oh, sister, with skin like that, you don't even need makeup.
Believe it or not, it actually makes me feel stronger. I tell myself I can't cry or I'll ruin my makeup.
Aren't you precious?
How about a makeover, Vacheron? Toughen you
Okay.
up a bit?
That's a good line.
Though the barkeep might look nice with a bright red lipstick mark on his cheek.
Are you talking about making up or making out?
This bartender is Pete Triace Y, though.
What's wrong?
Oh dear, we must have upset the poor little thing. Keep that up and you'll give yourself panda eyes. Try this. It's waterproof. You can cry all you like. For those heavy days.
I don't know what to make of that at all.
Sometimes, it only takes the slightest thing to trigger a memory and set you off.
I don't want to hear it.
His t-shirt says "Love Me."
This is an old vintage back from when time still meant something. It's very special, and also very temperamental, because it's supposed to mature and ferment with age, but chilling it stops the process.
Freeze time. If only I could have frozen time the way things were.
Oh, but it's change that keeps things interesting, don't you think?
Change?
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
Not to me. At least, I never thought it would.
This game is so uninterested in telling a story that's bigger than these characters. Which is great. But Also frustrating when you slog through hours and hours of gameplay. And yay, gender essentialism.
What is it?
Oh yeah, that's where presumably Ultimate Weapons are going to come from or something. I know the score, I've played a JRPG before. I still don't have flashback. Let me out! We are going to get ganked for sending the wrong bottle of wine to like the third most important person in town. That's interesting. It didn't run the core lift cutscene that time.
He's seeing you.
Like, there's been this procedurally or semi-procedurally generated cutscene for every lift ride on that kind of lift before now. But that one didn't do it because presumably they didn't bother to put in a version without Vash.
I've never considered alcohol a drug.
They're one and the same, from where I'm sitting.
We have pills, you know.
No thanks. This goes down smoother.
Well, at least you have taste.
I'd call it a dependency.
Let's see. A blended malt. Mix grain and malt whiskey together. And you have a rich, subtle flavor neither has alone.
This scene written by somebody who knows nothing about whiskey.
Good stuff.
One complements the other. I like that. Each part providing something the other can't.
Rebecca, I pity you. And at the same time, I envy you. You are a masterpiece, created by the true God. Free, unbound by mercy. Humans are trapped in a cage called Basel and live only by the grace of Zenith. Zenith, a mockery of God. How I wish I could remain by your side. I wonder, if you could speak, what answers would you have for me? The purpose of art is not to speak, but to incite speech. No. This is better. That alone is the purpose of its existence. It has no need of words. If you could speak. It is because you do not speak that I've been able to confess to you as I have.
There is some substance coming into this, but it's so just out of reach more than anything else. Oh good, we have Zephyr back. None of his equipment? Right, and I have some optional stuff to do. Starting by going and taking a bunch of mannequin parts to the clothes shop. Which is a pretty good justification for carting around, like, parts to make 17 different mannequins, I suppose. I didn't want the guild. I like the fact that the world map is literalist in the sense of like going to different hexes on the world map gives you different entries to locations, but also it's super fiddly.
You keep at it, you hear?
Hi.
Good evening.
People around this town... Ah, here we go. I'm supposed to get clues from people around the town of where these 3 statues are that I can go and take a photo of.
Well, huh.
Right, have some mannequins.
Oh,
What does a shooting star do? No, I'm really bad at bonus shots, so let's not do that.
I've just gotten in all the latest for this season. Take.
Oh, nice.
Thanks. See you later, Leanne. How am I off for hexes? One way or another, I have quite a lot. And I need to go and see this guy at Cafe Chelsea. And a few words. There are other things to do besides the actual mini quests, side quest things. Because there are optional bosses, which are probably going to kick my ass. This game's difficulty curve was not designed with the same care and attention as the
end of this sentence. As the cinematic cutscenes. I try not to be too scornful, but also
Poor unlucky bastards.
rocket foot. When I can't tell what the kid is doing, besides being an kid and being awkward, I wasted some. I do get a bit snippy about it. Those things are carrying very large weapons.
Too late.
Let's stop wasting special rounds.
You don't want to miss this! What's happening?
Quite happy to just run circles around you if necessary.
I hope it's something useful.
Time to die.
How about this?
Quit wasting my time! You want some more? That wasn't a battle. That was assisted suicide.
That's a horrible line. Please don't ever say it again, Zephyr. That wasn't quite as tough as expected.
put up a better fight than the last bunch.
I don't. Just for the record.
Roll from the wind! That's the Don't move! And scrap!
Like up there.
That wasn't so hard.
Just on
That I did want to say.
Were they weak or...
There was somewhere at the back of Lucia.
What a waste of time. Even Leanne could handle this.
You only live once. The first enemy you underestimate will be the last.
Once bitten, twice shy. A lesson Zephyr could say.
My house. Like crushing a bug.
Really, game? A whole optional dungeon. Just all needed.
Now I have to start all over.
this low level stuff. Marcus, don't call it a fungin. I mean, I call it a fungin in one of my episode titles, but don't. Let's blow Vash up. That sounds like fun.
This the spot. Time to die. Don't move.
Damn it, I do not understand these controls.
You want some more?
You want some? Always having the light in my enemy's pockets. Won't take much to beat these into submission.
It might not take much to beat them into submission, but I'm just gonna walk past them, to be honest. Otherwise, we'll be here all day.
Let's get this over with.
Also, I have a sneaking suspicion I'm in the wrong side of this dungeon. This looks suspiciously like the boss area. Yep. How have I ended up in the wrong side of it? There will now be a short intermission while I run all the way back through this dungeon again. Look at all this quality content. Sorry, quality hashtag content. And I'm getting snarky about that, not just because it's an easy thing to snark about, but because it's a real problem in Western games discourse. And this is clearly a game that
This is just a
is
waste of ammo.
very sensitive to basic ideas of what Western games discourse wants.
This should be.
This is just a waste of ammo.
Interesting to note though, this first dungeon, most of the areas are a lot smaller than in the dungeons we were just doing from 4 or 5 chapters down the road. How do I get into that side of this area? At least I'm collecting some extra hexes. This is the same place. Same place. I don't understand this. Nope, can't do that at all.
I wonder when I'll be able to fight like they do. Keep it up.
Oh god. What have I missed? Okay, I'm not getting anywhere with this, I'll do something else.